Hey guys, so this week instead of doing a weekly vlog, I thought that it would be better to do an update for you guys on what planners I'm using currently, especially because I haven't done one this year at all. So I just wanted to update you guys on how everything's going, and I am also experimenting with something new, so I will be sharing that with you guys as well. So let's get started. If you guys watched my 2022 planner setup, I am pretty much using the exact same system, and I did just recently switched out one of the planners in terms of like how I'm using them, but I'm still using it for something else. So in terms of the planners that I'm using, I'm still using the exact same things. So I'm still using the B6 Franklin Covey bound notebook planner from Franklin Covey Japan, not the US one, and I purchased this from Amazon Japan, and it was very easy. I've purchased quite a few items from Amazon Japan over the past few years, and I've never had an issue with that, so I would highly recommend you go there and check it out for things that you cannot pick up in the US. But please be careful when you're purchasing planners from Amazon Japan, because they do have listings from like previous years. So for example, I think you can still buy the 2021 version of this planner, and right now it's 2022, so just be very careful. And I've definitely made that mistake, so that's why I'm telling you guys to just double check and triple check the dates before you check out, because returning is not going to be fun. Anyway, so this is the B6 Punto from Gillio. This is the Ostrich X model, in the color is Rosa. Where I'm living right now, the weather literally switched from winter to summer in 1 week, so I wanted to pick up something a little bit more springy and happy and pink, so that's what I'm using. And at first the leather felt a little bit more like Touch Me leather from Vanderspec, which I'm not a huge fan of, but after a few weeks I feel like it's softened up, and I really like the way it feels, and it's just very squishy and nice. It definitely feels really different from Ipoca leather from Gillio, so that's that. And I'll show you what the inside looks like. I had to take out some stuff from the front pocket because they are from the July subscription kit, and I didn't want to give away what's inside, so I took out the business card and also the die cut, but usually that's what I would put in here. I am using these bookmarks actually. I find them to be pretty useful in like just marking out the daily page and also the monthly. So I've been using this whole year, and I really like just the layout and the paper. The paper is Tomoe River paper, so this is kind of how I'm using it. I have been pretty busy this year, so I've definitely had some empty pages here, but starting from when we moved into the office, I've been using it pretty consistently, and I really like this B6 size, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to commit to the B6 size because it is just so much more portable than A5. And for the past 2 years I was using A5 size planner because I was mainly, you know, sitting at home working from home, but now that I have to move from place to place, B6 is definitely a much better solution for me. So I've been using that, and I really like how the pages are laid out, especially because they have a weekly compass before each week, and it's just nice to kind of write down overall like big ticket to-dos in here. So I really like this. So yeah, I've been also putting in the calendars, my freebie calendars in the front of each month, and so that's been really fun. So yeah, that's how I'm using my Franklin Covey planner, and I don't always stick to the writing here. So this is supposed to be the daily schedule, and then this portion is just notes portion, but instead I just put my to-do list up top, and then on the bottom I just use this as a place to write down notes or whatever I need to write. And I do start from the schedule, this portion, because I just basically treat it as a whole blank section. if that makes sense, because I don't really usually have too many meetings or anything to keep track of here, so I don't really use it for that. But yeah, this layout is perfect, and the amount of space is perfect for me because I don't feel like I need to write too much. But yeah, that's that. And let me show you. This is my Hobonichi Weeks. I did talk about it a little bit in another vlog, but I do use it as my pre-planner. I use it mainly for pre-planning for my business, which is Sterling Ink. And as you guys know, I do need to kind of plan out ahead of time what's happening in the shop, and also what kind of theme I want to do for each month. And because the schedule is so tight and everything is happening all at once, I need to really kind of plan everything out and ahead of the time. And then when the month comes, I just reference this planner and write whatever that's supposed to happen in here and adjust as needed. So that's what I use my Hobonichi Weeks for. And this is the sneaker version. So it's in this fun lime color, which I love. And I think my stickers look so good on it. I have my June die cut, my March die cuts, and January die cuts, and I also have the February die cut right here. So this is definitely really fun, and I love that it feels more like a notebook without the hardcover. I'm definitely a paperback person compared to a hardback, even for books. So I definitely prefer this over the hardcover Hobonichi Weeks. And the sneakers, I think, are only available in the mega version, which means that it has around 220, I think 210 pages of notes pages in the back, compared to the regular, which has only around 70, I believe. I definitely prefer the thicker one. I just always prefer thicker notebooks. It just feels better, and I just like how it looks as well. And I do use the back section for testing out my stickers. So because the Hobonichi Weeks does have yellower paper, so I find that it's essential for me to test out the stickers here so that I can see how the stickers would look against really yellow paper. So yeah, that's my Hobonichi Weeks, and I use this for pre-planning for my business. So yeah, that's my sort of main planner in terms of business. And then I still use my personal binder for, this is my reference binder. This is the medium XL undyed Campagna from Giglio. I always wanted to try out this size, but I didn't realize how much wider it was. I mean, it is XL, so like it didn't click for me, so I did order this. I was able to snatch it when they released it a while ago. I think I've had it for not quite a year yet. I think 6 months maybe. I do wish I had gotten the regular medium Campagna because I like how trim it is. So I don't like that there's so much room here, but at one point I did want to sell this because of the sizing issue, but this leather, not all undyed leather feel the same. That's my experience, at least, with the different undyed leather I've had from Vendor Spec and also Giglio. This one in particular is so soft, and this planner cover is one of my favorite just because of how soft it feels. There is nothing like this among my planners in terms of a polka leather. So I'm going to keep it like forever probably, and I'm being very careful not to like stain it. But I did have some transfer from another planner from Baumkuchen. I've learned the lesson, so I'm definitely moving that planner like into quarantine, and it's not going to touch any of my other planners. But I did get some black marks here transferred from that Superior Labor planner. Anyway, so this is my medium XL Campagna, and I've been using the personal size planner, personal size binder for a very long time now, starting from college basically. But recently, I wouldn't say recently, but maybe now it's been 3-4 years now, where I haven't been using this as a dated planner, but I use it as a reference binder. So what that means is basically I separate out my thoughts and life into different tabs, excluding family stuff because that's in a whole different little pocket-sized planner, because I just want to kind of separate that. But this is mainly for my own like self-improvement areas, and also business, like my business and my dreams, like big vision for the future and stuff like that. Self-care, all of that stuff is here. And I just separate them out into different tabs, and I also have like future projects and such in here, all the fun stuff that's related to me. I put that in here. And what I do basically is as I'm going through my day, sometimes I would have ideas or brain dumps, just random thoughts. I'll write it down either in here or here. It doesn't matter what planner it is in, or maybe it's even in my journal. And then I just kind of review it after like a few weeks or, you know, a month. And then whatever that's really important, I just kind of fill it into here so that I have a nice archive of my thoughts that's actually important, and the stuff that I want to reference later. So that's what I use this for. And I do have sections for my business as well. So that's where I kind of put the most important things in here. So I do carry this with me every day. Yeah, so this binder just has different sections, and I absolutely love this. So before, if you watch my setup for 2022, I did show you guys this. This is my B6 Slim Jibin Techo Biz Mini from Kokuyo. And I prefer this version because it's black and white and it doesn't have too many colors. The only colors are here, which is fine by me. I use this, I was using this as the vertical weekly section, the way I would use it normally for Hope Niche Cousin, but I found that maybe it is okay to just use this one for that purpose. And I felt like this might be enough. So I've been sort of carrying it together like that. And now I basically just carry this with my medium XL binder, and I use this more for self-development, self-improvement type of thing here. So sort of similar to how I was using my goal planner before. If you guys have seen my video before, I did a video on how I use the Noti planner for goal planning, and that was a vertical layout planner as well. So this is how I'm going to be using that. So that's why I tuck it in with my medium XL planner right here. I'll link that video up here somewhere so that you guys can see. So that's how I'm going to be using that. And here's the exciting thing. So if you saw the title, I mentioned that I'm trying something new, and that's Franklin Covey pocket size. So this is my Yale Blue Campania in A6 size from Gillio. This is one of my favorite planners because of the color. And at one point I did want to sell it, and I just couldn't do it because since this planner, I purchased this directly from Gillio, and after that I've had 2 other Yale Blue planners from Gillio, and the color is completely different. This is, in my opinion, more of a Yale Blue. Like when I think of Yale Blue, this is the color. Like the other 2 blue I have currently are more it's more saturated, whereas this has more of that blue gray tone that I love. And if you like my stickers, you probably know that I do love blue because I have a lot of blue hues in my stickers, and this is the type of blue that I would like. And my bedroom color is also blue like this, and I just absolutely love this. But this is an A6 size, and A6 size inserts are pretty hard to come by in terms of like the type of inserts I like are not available in A6. And I'm really looking for sort of like blank paper that I can use in A6 size, that either I can like print out or it's just like notes pages, and because that's how I use my binders. And I wasn't able to find anything like that in the type of paper that I want. Before I did cut down A6 notebooks, Tomoe River paper notebook, and then put it in here, but it just didn't feel the same as like buying crisp, already cut, already printed inserts. And I also have another A6 size mulberry, which I absolutely love, and I don't think that particular binder is available anymore. So I do have two A6 size planner ring binders that I'm not using and really want to use. And then I saw that her name is Natalie. Her Instagram handle is Right and Tail. She's one of my favorite Instagram accounts, and she did say that the Franklin Covey pocket size inserts will fit in A6 size ring binder. So when I saw that, I had to go try it out immediately. And I have bought the Franklin Covey compact size, which fits in the medium size Campania. I've purchased that before from Franklin Covey Japan, and I really like the paper. I love the layout, so I thought I would try the pocket size. So this is what it looks like. It is it's the stuff made of dreams. So the paper is gorgeous. It's so smooth. The quality is amazing. The thickness, I think it used to be Tomoe River paper, but no longer. And this paper just feels very premium and nice, and I can use my fountain pen ink on it. I can use rollerball, I can use anything basically, and this paper is just amazing. I love the printing, I love the layout. And another thing I really love about the Franklin Covey inserts is that the monthly, so the layout I purchased is the daily on one page. They do also offer 2 days per page, which I've tried before too, but it just felt like that was too much space for me personally for what I want to use this for. The day on one page is perfect amount of space for me. And within the inserts, it comes with the 15-month tabs with the month on 2 pages. So that's what it looks like. And what I love is that you can actually rearrange the inserts so that the month comes before the daily each month. So that's what I did here. So after the month, I just have the daily pages like that. And then after the month, I have the daily pages like that. And that is how my brain functions. I don't like to flip back and forth constantly, and this is just exactly what I wanted, in crisp, beautiful paper, beautiful prints, and the layout that I want. So that's I'm just so excited about this, and I'll kind of talk about how I'm using this. So I've been like working really hard on my business, and I'm not gonna be too hard on myself in terms of like, why did you not work on other areas of your life? Because I was focusing on my business, and I'm not going to apologize for that to myself. And I'm not the type of person to be like hard on myself. I just try to do the best I can, but also I do want to work on self-improvement, self-development. There are other things I want to learn, other things I want to work on, but I just haven't had the time to do that. And now I feel like I am at the point with my life where I can maybe squeeze out some time to work on those areas. So being a planner and being a stationery junkie, of course I had to go out and get a new like insert, right? And it's kind of win-win situation because I did have this A6 size binder just sitting around doing nothing. So being able to put that into good use is really, it makes me really happy. So the way I'm going to be using this is at the front, when you start out the month, it has this index page where you can just write out whatever. And here I'm just going to kind of write down sort of like brain dump style, like what I envision this month to be in terms of self-development, what areas I want to work on. And I do have my journal where I do block out all of the specific goals. So I am referencing that when I'm writing that out. So I'll just start writing out what I want to do that month. And then here I'll just writing out more specific kind of small deadlines for myself. For example, when do I want to finish this book by? When do I want to finish this chapter in this textbook that I'm working on? Things like that. And that's what I'm going to be using this for. And as you can see, there's not really much space here to write, and I feel like that's perfect because I did find that the Franklin Covey compact size was a tad bit too large for me. So that's perfect. And then here you can write out more personal goals and then business goals, as well as monthly goals down here. So here I'm just going to write out more specific goals based on what I wrote on that first page. And this page I'm just going to ignore. It's the exact same as the first page I showed you here. So I'm just going to ignore that unless I feel like I need more space to write down whatever goal I'm writing here. So here I'm basically just writing out which specific books I want to read and the workouts I want to do, sort of like game plan for the things I'm studying and such. And then when I go into the dailies, I am going to be mainly ignoring all the things that's written here. And the way I'm going to be using this is I will be using that first portion of, okay, let me talk about the schedule first. So the times when I can actually work on the things I want to work on are in the morning and after work. So this timeline really doesn't apply to me, so I'm just going to ignore all of that and then write out my own timeline. So for example, when do I wake up? So then I'll just write out the time. If I want to wake up at 6 a.m. or whatever, then I'll just write out 6 a.m. to like 6:30, like get out of the bed and do whatever, and then 6:30 do workout and such. So I'll just write out my schedule that I want for that day in the correct timeline order. And then on this section it says Q2 activities. I don't really follow the Franklin method or whatever, so I don't know, I don't really know what that is, but I will be using that section to kind of just write down a little pep talk for myself. And it's like, what are the essential things you need to do to make this day successful? So one thing that I really need to work on is actually getting up on time, and that ensures that I have enough time in the morning to work on the things I want to work on. And I believe that if my morning goes well, then the rest of the day will look a little bit better. So I will write, make sure to wake up on time. And I don't really care if I have to repeat that every single day. It's just a process for my hands to register the writing and then transfer that into my brain. So I don't really mind writing it every day, or writing the same thing every day. It's just a therapeutic process of figuring out what I need to work on. So that's what I'm going to do up here. And then down here, I write out more specific tasks in terms of self-development. So for example, if I'm reading a book, then I will write down which pages I need to read specifically. So if I said I was going to read 30 pages per day in order to finish this book within this month, then I'll read from page 90 to 120. So that's just an example. And then if I'm working out, which workout am I doing? If I'm doing Peloton, like which workout am I doing? So I just want to be very specific down here. And I find that being specific about what I'm doing is key to a successful day in terms of doing the things that I want to do. And then on the bottom, we have this empty notes section, and that's where I'm going to be summarizing that day. At the end of the night, I'll just quickly write down what went right and why did it go right, what went wrong, why did it go wrong, and how can I make it better the next day, and things like that. And it's not a place to like criticize my behavior, but more so like talking to myself, and it's just a place to kind of reflect and think about my day. And I do want to you know, spend less time on social media and such. So this is just a fun way to focus on what how I can become the me that I desire to be, instead of looking at someone else's life on social media. So, and because I love planners, it's not very hard to spend time here. So that's what I'm using my A6 Compania for. And this is what it looks like. I did, when you purchase this, they give you 15 months worth of daily pages, but I had to take out the 3 months for next year, because I'm most likely going to purchase the next year's inserts, or if I'm using a different system, then I'll buy a different planner that starts from January, so I don't really need to have 15 months in here. But I think I did keep the monthly pages in here for the next year, just in case I want to plan ahead or something. So that's what it looks like. It's just absolutely gorgeous. I love this color so much. I hope Jillio can go back to this color for Yale Blue. I'm not a big fan of the newer Yale Blues. So this is gorgeous. Please re-release this color. Okay, so that's my A6. And then this is my A5 journal that I showed you guys end of last year when I was setting up my bullet journal. It's just an empty notebook, and I just put in my own stickers and layouts to create my own notebook. If you want to see more of what this planner looks like, you can check out my video, which I'll link up here or here. Other than this, I'm still using my A5 size A6 size 5-year journal from Hobonichi. I've been using that since 2019 when my son was born. So this is the 4th year I'm using that, and I just absolutely love it. And I still have a lot of space, so I'm probably going to use it for 10 years, probably. And I really like that little journal. It's just such a gem. Like, I love reading through it, reading through the past years. So that's what I'm using, and yeah, so that's it. That's everything I'm using right now. And I'm sure, you know, if you just happen to be on this channel or on this video for whatever reason, and you're not a fan of stationery and planners, and you might think, oh, that's a lot of planners, like why does she need so many planners? But you just don't understand yet. But I believe most of you are planner lovers, and you know exactly why I need so many planners, because I love paper. I love organizing my life in paper form. I think it is much easier to organize my life in paper form than using a computer. So I did try out using the program Notion to sort of organize my life, but I just couldn't do it. It just doesn't feel the same unless I can flip through it and write on it using my own hand instead of typing. It just feels very different. Like, even in school, if I take down notes using like pen and paper, even if I can't write down word for word everything the professor said, I feel like the information registers much deeper and longer in my head versus using a computer to type down the notes. So I think it's just the same thing. And for me personally, I just much more prefer paper over an electronic device in terms of planning. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and next week I'm going to do a video on the process of packing the July subscriptions. So I will see you in that video. Bye. Thank you so much for watching.